This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claims School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Today we're speaking about how a policy must be enforced as issued and why there is no duty of care between an insurer and an insured in arm's length negotiations, so that whatever is agreed to must be enforced as issued. Failure on the part of an insured to read carefully an insurance quote can cause the failure of negotiation and an expensive failure of the intent to insure. The Plaintiff, a homeowners association, operates a planned community in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Defendant Burns Wilcox Limited helps its clients secure specialized insurance, and Defendant Commercial Industrial Building Owners Alliance Incorporated, CIBA, sells insurance policies. The association requested a quote for property insurance from Burns Wilcox, which obtained a quote from CIBA with a wind-hail deductible of $50,000 per location per occurrence. The issued policy contained what the association claimed was a different deductible, including a percentage of the total values at risk with a minimum $50,000 per location per occurrence deductible, which led to a significant impact on the association when their property suffered damage from wind and hail. In a lawsuit entitled Lodges at Oak Park Estates Homeowners Association versus CIBA, the United States District Court for the District of Minnesota on March 5, 2025, resolved the dispute. The court noted that the association requested a quotation for property insurance from Burns Wilcox, which obtained a quote from CIBA with a wind-hail deductible of $50,000 per location per occurrence. The association sued for negligence and breach of fiduciary duty against B&W and sought reformation of the insurance policy as an equitable remedy. The association filed a motion to amend its complaint to add claims of unjust enrichment and negligence against CIBA. The association had instructed B&W to bind coverage with CIBA consistent with the quotation it had received from CIBA. CIBA then issued a policy containing a wind-hail deductible that included a percentage deductible that the association claimed was not in the quote. CIBA's issued policy stated that the deductible would be 5% of the total insurable values, subject to a minimum of $50,000 per location per occurrence. The association only relied on the per location per occurrence deductible and did not see or simply ignored the 5% deductible. After the policy came into effect, the association's property suffered damage from wind and hail, and CIBA's claims adjusting group determined the replacement cost value to be $1,446,736.43. Under what the association contended was the quoted policy, the association's deductible would have been $600,000. According to the issued policy, however, The association must pay the entire repair cost because the adjusted value did not exceed the purported 5% deductible, or approximately $1,546,266. The association sought reformation of the insurance policy as an equitable remedy. The court granted the motion for the unjust enrichment claim, but denied it for the negligence claim as the proposed amended complaint failed to allege that CIBA owed a duty of care. Analyzing the issues, the court noted that although courts should freely give leave to amend pleadings when justice so requires, changing a deadline in the scheduling order after the deadline is passed requires a good cause showing, and because there are no allegations of bad faith, dilatory motive, undue delay, or resulting prejudice, the court granted the motion as it relates to the association's proposed unjust enrichment claim, but not to its other claims. The association and CIBA were two parties to an arm's-length transaction, and Minnesota law does not recognize a duty of care in such situations. The proposed amended complaint does not allege any facts giving rise to a special relationship that imposes a common law duty on CIBA, because the association failed to allege facts giving rise to a duty. Allowing amendment of the pleadings to add a negligence claim would be futile. Therefore, the motion was denied as to the plaintiff's claim for negligence. In my opinion, purchasing insurance requires immense concentration, where the proposal must be read specifically and in detail before asking a broker to bind coverage based on the proposal. CIBA apparently thought it was proposing a policy with a 5% deductible and a minimum of $50,000 per occurrence, because that's the way they issued the policy. Since the court was unwilling to reform the policy to have the deductible that the plaintiff thought it was buying, they were stuck with no coverage because of their failure of communication either with their broker or with their insurer. This video was adapted from my blog, Zalma on Insurance, which is available free to anyone who clicks on the URL zalma.com/blog. You can subscribe to the blog, and if you do, you'll receive notice of every blog posting, usually 5, sometimes 6 a week, and you will also have access to the more than 5,000 blog postings. You can also subscribe to the videos on rumble.com or youtube.com, and if you do, please click on the like button on YouTube and the thumbs up button on rumble.com. And if you're interested in obtaining further information about insurance, insurance claims, insurance fraud, and insurance law, please consider subscribing to my Substack publication. And please tell your friends and colleagues about this blog and these videos so that they too can subscribe. Thank you for your attention.